Democrats in Congress have released never-before-seen images from Jeffrey Epstein's home in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, many of his accusers say they were abused there. Scott MacFarlane is in Washington, where he's been covering the Epstein case. Scott, I saw some of the pictures yesterday. I'm really curious how a dental chair in your house makes sense.
Hey, good morning, Gayle. The Trump administration faces a deadline in 2 weeks to release the full Jeffrey Epstein case files. But these videos released by congressional Democrats, they show a chief location of the convicted sex offender's crimes against young women and girls.
This is the Virgin Islands home of Jeffrey Epstein. You can see inside the bedrooms, the ocean views, the pool, and the den where a blackboard shows the words power and deception written. Also, a dentist chair, which a source tells CBS News was put there for one of Epstein's girlfriends, a European studying to be a dentist. And even a framed picture of Epstein and his co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, meeting with Pope John Paul II. The images were obtained by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee from authorities in the Virgin Islands.
Is one of the goals to apply more pressure on the administration to release their files?
Absolutely. We're letting the administration know that we're going to continue to get files, whether it's through the Epstein estate, whether it's through the Virgin Islands, whether it's through the banks, and we're going to put information together to ensure this investigation moves forward and gets justice for the survivors.
When CBS News visited the island by boat in 2020, people in nearby St. James told us they were aware of Epstein's past, with some referring to the island as Pedophile Island. The U.S. Virgin Islands government claims Epstein trafficked underage girls by helicopter. Virginia Giuffre, an Epstein survivor who died by suicide earlier this year, wrote that she was abused on the island. And at a news conference at the Capitol in September, survivor Lisa Phillips described her time at Epstein's estate there.
And what I experienced there was a glimpse into a very dark and disturbing world.
Last month, amid bipartisan pressure, the president signed a bill to release the Department of Justice's full Epstein case files. And a bipartisan group of lawmakers are now demanding an update from Attorney General Pam Bondi, as the deadline for doing so is now about 2 weeks away.
But that release could be stalled. The president recently ordered the Department of Justice to investigate any ties between Democrats and Jeffrey Epstein, and they could use that investigation as grounds to hold back some of those records, Tony.